watching that video, you would have noticed a nice contrast there. You would have noticed a very strange instrument being played, and for those football fans, you might recognise from the World Cup one of those anthems, and then the good old bagpipes. But that was
it's the Queen's birthday party.
It's the Queen's birthday party in Peru.
Yeah,
and we have some photos to share from that as well. I mean, talk us through that night, because that's an interesting.
Well, we had an amazing night where more than 700 guests arrived of Peruvian, sort of distinguished Peruvians and others. But those two players, the musicians there, they came down from the British flag, which was the ceiling on this lift, playing the national anthems of both countries. Is another similarity with Bangladesh. The Peruvian national instrument is the flute, and where else do they love the flute? So you heard the Peruvian national anthem dressed up as an Inca, the Inca civilization in Peru, and then of course Scotsmen. There are Scots in Peru who played the bagpipe, who played our national anthem.
That's brilliant.
And that was a wonderful scene where thousands of people were just looking up, to see them come down from the sky.
And I mean, if we can share the photos on there, I mean, it looks like you were having an absolute marvelous time, because so many people there. I love the way which we are guilty of not doing here, the great and then the British flag sort of represents Britain.
Well, we have the great brand, which has become extremely successful. So as ambassadors, as people of this country, we promote Great Britain with this brand. Paddington, of course, is a national brand. So I think he's saluting the Queen there as he was watching the video. And we have this live Paddington in Peru, who is as big as a bear, and look at him. He's great.
He's right at home, isn't he?
he's right at home. So he's a better ambassador than I am. And this is this is my wife Momina, and the Prime Minister of Peru, who is next. And then all the cabinet ministers, so the Home Minister, Minister of Justice, Minister of Production, and so on. There's about 10 ministers who came to I think we had the most cabinet ministers ever in any national day. Oh, this is horse racing.
Okay. Sorry, I've jumped it across.
Jumped across.
This is from enjoying the Queen's birthday party. You're enjoying the Queen's children's sport.
Yeah. Well, there's a lovely horse. I think it's called a paso in Peru. It's the most comfortable horse in the world. It trots. It's got a special trot, and if you ride it, my children and I and my family have been horse riding. I don't think we got a photo there, but. And it's lovely. It's almost smooth as a rough car, which is great.
Can I comment actually on that picture, because
which one?
That's that picture at the top actually, where you are there. You're second from the left. I'm looking at you. It took me a little while to recognise you, because I thought that was JR from Dallas. I don't know how many people out there would agree with me, but you. Rolling back the years to a degree, you're sort of bringing in the
Well, I used to watch Dallas, and I never saw myself as JR. This is most disturbing.
It will be my only reference to it. I'm going to move on very smoothly, but let's not get in trouble. No. And I think then we got to come back to the community now, because I mean, talk us through the specific.
There. There is a defect that we get in children. And this is me visiting a hospital in Peru where the British Embassy was helping. And this defect is called a cleft, where the lip is turned upside down, and it's a very it's not a very good look to have. So it ruins your.
It's a sort of a deformed lip.
A deformed lip, which means you can't eat properly, you can't speak properly. And for girls, it's almost impossible to get married, and as well as for boys. Yeah. So it really is a horrible thing. And the cure is very simple. It's a very simple operation that is cheap. And we have the same problem in Bangladesh by thousands. And there are organizations in Peru and and in Bangladesh doing these operations. So if people can help to do this, if you want to change a child's life, it's just $1,000, which is about 700 quid, and you change a child's life forever, because the lip comes back and off they go. And we did about 16 or 17 there. Wow. This is in North Peru, and that's the governor of Peru, governor of Piura, which was the area we were in.
I just have to apologise to some of our viewers. It looks like we may have lost the connection to our pictures, but I mean, we can still go and talk about it, because obviously that was the community work that that you did there, and I mean, there's some of the other pictures. I'm really well. I'll be honest with you. The pictures, Mr. Choudhury. Well, we've got them back. We've got them back.
Oh, there you are.
Well, they're on Facebook, as I was just mentioning. But I think. Well, talk us through. This is now bringing you back down to earth. This is your residence.
Yeah, which looks, on those pictures, it looks quite heavenly, so I'm not sure. So the lady there is Susanna Baca. Now, she is a great singer. So it won't surprise you. I've made friends with another singer. So it's typical. But she is a renowned singer in South America. She also used to be the Minister of Culture. This is how big she is. She's won many awards. And I love listening to her, and she's a wonderful friend. She comes around to our house, and the picture next to it is my garden, our swimming pool area, where we have lots of cocktails. I think we
probably have a larger image of it.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. So that's the residence, which is quite nice, because Peru is hot, and so you get to cool down. Not that I ever do, but it's a lovely place to host the community. And we have a wonderful British community in Peru who've been there for a long time. Some of them have now become half Peruvians. Their husbands or wives are Peruvians, so they've integrated and they've led that community, and they've contributed heavily to Peru. And so we host them a lot of the time. I think that's us hosting a British community lunch. The other picture there is actually in Chile. That red house you see there is the last town before you get to the Antarctic.
Wow.
And it was so picturesque. I stood there thinking it's like a beautiful ending to the end of the world, because the rest of it is ice. This is the last.
You know what? That is one of my favourite pictures. For those of you that are watching, in the bottom right-hand corner, that is one of my favourite pictures, because what you're explaining, that it's the last sort of civilization before you hit the freezing Antarctic.
Yeah.
The colourful houses they have there doesn't give that away at all, and it's like it's
a beautiful
amazing.
City.
It's absolutely amazing.
It's a beautiful city, and I know the Chileans are expanding it, so it's becoming more of a tourist attraction, because people who go to, believe it or not, people go to Antarctica for tourism now, and that's where they stop. Stock up and off they go. And the ship is the Peruvian ship.
I think if
this is a bit
the
more
way
British
we
culture.
Started, it's the way we finish. I mean, tell us about this. So,
well, this is Mick Jagger, of course, in Lima. So the Rolling Stones, they came to Lima, and it was the biggest concert. This is, you see, we as Great Britain, we have so much to be proud of. We have probably the best music in the world. Our education system is, the world comes here to be educated. We invented just about everything, going from the World Wide Web to steam engine to football, it goes on. And British music, our culture, is popular everywhere. In Peru, they may not be able to speak English, but they can sing English. Every one of them can sing fluently. So this was Rolling Stone, which had the biggest concert ever in Peru. Brilliant. I went there with my kids, Amani and Ambi, and my wife, and they just absolutely loved it. And we had lots of pop stars go there. This is what I'm saying to Brits watching. Please come. It's an amazing country like that.
Our time flies by. Our time absolutely flies by, because I mean, it's just the way we started with the farewell concert in Bangladesh for you. We finished up with the Rolling Stones, but I think I am guilty of not doing enough justice, because we've spoken about Peru and obviously everything you're involved in as ambassador, but your love for bawang music
Yes.
I've not spoken enough, and we saw in the video that you can actually sing, and I'm wondering whether I'm actually going to get a quick few bits exclusively here because it's
because every one of your viewers knows that I can't sing. Unfortunately, I've demonstrated that enough. No, this music thing it's something that's inside. You know, you feel I feel a part of it. It lifts me up, and especially Baul, because the words just take you to a different place. And that's how I learned Bengali.
I'm now trying. It was the music that did it. That were the songs that did it, and the lyrics that did it.
Yes, and the friends, you know, the wonderful friends that I have made over the years. The Bangladeshi community, the British Bangladeshis here, the 500,000 here, the 100 million back in Bangladesh, and the Bangladeshis you meet right across the world, whether you're in Rome, New York, or anywhere else. So you get this community and this family that is a privilege.
I have literally a minute.
Yeah.
I have literally a minute, and I need to remind everyone you're a human being and. Family life. I mean,
family life.
Well, you squeeze. Where does family life squeeze in? I mean,
well, as you get older, you realise that's the only thing that really matters in the end. You know that your family, your children, your partner, your parents, your brothers, sisters. I don't have any sisters. I have 3 lovely brothers who are here. Lucky, Aklak, and Akhtar, so I got to see them when I came here. We spent some time together. That's always great. And my mum and dad, who are aging but still, well,
by the mercy of the Lord. But
yeah. So these are moving moments, and you don't know.
Yeah.
Life moves on so quickly. You don't know how much more of this you've got left, either in you or in others that you see around you. So it does bring you back to earth.
I can't thank you enough for giving me this opportunity. And I want you to promise me when you can your next visit back to London, you're going to come back and we're going to talk more, because I think we haven't had enough time to talk about it all. So
no, well, I've really enjoyed it. You've been a marvelous host. I didn't realise that we've just spent an hour. It felt like 10 minutes. But, it's been a pleasure, a real pleasure. And thank you for hosting.
His Excellence Anwar Choudhury, British Ambassador in Peru. I'm out of time. I hope you've enjoyed this show. I've got to rush off, but when he's back. Until then, thank you for your time. All the best. Good night.